Here's what surprised me in the latest Twin Cities housing report. Inventory has been rising for almost 2 years straight, but it's still a seller's market. And the biggest jump in sales wasn't in starter homes, it was in houses between $500,000 and $1 million, which climbed nearly 17%. I'm Arne Johansson, your South Minneapolis realtor, builder, and investor. Let's dive into what this means if you're buying or selling around Lake Nokomis or in the Twin Cities. In July, new listings in the Twin Cities jumped almost 6%, pending sales rose just over 4%, and the median sales price hit $395,000, which is up about 2.5% since last year. And inventory has now been increasing for 21 months in a row. Even with more homes for sale, we still only have a 2.7 month supply. That means sellers still hold leverage, but buyers finally have more options than they did a year ago. Now let's talk about interest rates. The 30-year mortgage averaged 6.72% in July. In August, it was down slightly to about 6.58%. That small shift is already pulling some buyers back into the market. But affordability is still a challenge. At today's rates, the typical monthly payment on a median price Twin Cities home is about $2,900. That's roughly $1,100 more per month than in 2021. Another surprise is how different price ranges are performing. Under 500,000, sales were just up over 3%. Between 500,000 and 1 million, sales jumped nearly 17%, and over 1 million, sales were about flat. That tells us that move-up buyers, people using equity from their first house, are driving the market. In South Minneapolis, that means classic Nokomis bungalows, bigger family homes near Pearl Park, and 2 stories around Minnehaha Creek are still in demand. Now let's look at market times. In the metro, homes sold in about 40 days on average. Single family homes move faster at about 34 days, and condos took much longer, around 88 days. And sellers are still getting 99% of their list price in the metro. So if a home is priced right, there's not a lot of wiggle room for buyers. So what does that mean for you? If you're a seller, you're still in a strong position, but pricing and presentation are more important than ever. Buyers have more choices and mistakes can stand out quickly. If you're a buyer, this fall could be a real opportunity. Inventory is up, rates are easing, and historically, prices soften a bit in the fall and winter. If you've been waiting on the sidelines, this could be the moment to step in. Remember, real estate is always hyper-local. What's happening in South Minneapolis can be very different than what's happening in Woodbury or Plymouth. That's why you need a plan tailored to your specific neighborhood. Now, that's your August 2025 market update. If you're thinking about buying or selling in South Minneapolis or anywhere in the Twin Cities, let's talk. I'll run the numbers for your neighborhood so you know exactly what to expect. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe for our weekly market updates. I'm Arne Johansson. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.